Question number 156. Removal of stretch receptors from wall of urinary bladder results in, and the options are decline in amount of urine produced, increase in GFR, no effect on rate of production of urine, and reduction in amount of urine collected in bladder. And the correct answer to this question is option number 3, no effect on rate of production of urine. It is the stretching of urinary bladder once it gets filled with urine, which stimulates the stretch receptors on the wall of urinary bladder, which sends signals to CNS and initiate micturition reflex. Removal of these stretch receptors does not impact rate of urine production. Let's discuss other options also. The very first option is decline in amount of urine produced. This is an incorrect option because removal of stretch receptors does not impact the production of urine. The next option is increase in GFR, and this is also incorrect option because removal of stretch receptors does not impact glomerular filtration rate. And the last option, reduction in amount of urine collected in bladder, is also an incorrect option because these stretch receptors get activated only when there is stretching of urinary bladder, when it gets filled with urine, and not before that. So the answer to this question is option number 3. Let's discuss our next question. Question number 157. Consider the following symptoms, and the symptoms are high fever, hydrophobia, inability to swallow fluid, excessive salivation. Above mentioned symptoms are observed in disease caused by, and we know that these are the characteristic symptoms of a disease which is characterized by fear of water, which is known as hydrophobia, and the disease is known as rabies. Rabies is caused by rhabdovirus and is characterized by high fever, hydrophobia, inability to swallow fluid, and excessive salivation. So the correct answer to this question is option number 4, rhabdovirus. Let's discuss other options also. The very first option is variola virus. The next option is varicella zoster and rubeola virus, and these are the incorrect options because they cause smallpox, chickenpox, and measles, respectively. So the correct answer to this question is option number 4. Let's discuss our next question. Question number 158. Among the following closest, though extinct ancestors of modern day mammals are, and the options are sauropsids, synapsids, therapsids, pelycosaurs. And the correct answer to this question is option number 3, therapsids. As you can see here, these therapsids are closest extinct ancestors of modern mammals. On the other hand, sauropsids and synapsids are the incorrect options, and pelycosaur is also an incorrect option because pelycosaur and synapsids fall on the same lineage as therapsids, whereas sauropsid is an incorrect option as sauropsids were ancestors of modern reptiles. So the correct answer to this question is option number 3, therapsids. Let's discuss our next question. Question number 159. Roundup ready crops were resistant to glyphosate, which interferes with plant growth by, and the options are inhibiting the process of glycolysis in wheat, inhibiting the synthesis of aromatic amino acids, promoting accumulation of toxins in all plants, reducing the formation of lipids required in seeds. And the correct answer to this question is option number 2, inhibiting the synthesis of aromatic amino acids. As you can see here, in Roundup ready crops, this glyphosate interferes with the synthesis of aromatic amino acids and thereby inhibiting their protein synthesis. And for that, a gene CP4-EPSPS is incorporated into the genome of susceptible plants to confer resistance to glyphosate. So the correct answer is option number 2. Let's discuss other options also. The very first option is inhibiting the process of glycolysis in wheat, and this is an incorrect option. The next option is promoting accumulation of toxins in all plants. This is also an incorrect option because glyphosate interfere with plant growth. The last option is reducing the formation of lipids required in seed, and this is also an incorrect option. The correct answer is this glyphosate will interfere with plant growth by inhibiting the synthesis of aromatic amino acids. So the correct answer is option number 2. Let's discuss our next question. Question number 160. Action of which of the following enzyme generates products which are not absorbed by intestinal mucosal cells? And the options are invertase, dipeptidases, lactase and amylase. And the correct answer to this question is option number 4, amylase. Because the other 3 options, that is invertase, which is also known as sucrase, is an incorrect option. Because sucrase acts on sucrose, which is a disaccharide, and thereby form simple absorbable molecules which are absorbed by intestinal mucosal cells. The sucrase, dipeptidase and lactase are brush-bordered enzymes present in intestinal juice, and these are also incorrect options because dipeptidases acts on dipeptides and lactase acts on lactose, thereby producing simple absorbable molecules which gets absorbed in intestinal mucosal cells. Whereas the last option, amylase, is a correct answer because amylase, it acts on starch and thereby producing maltose, which is further digested by maltase to form glucose. So it's not amylase but maltase which will form simple absorbable forms which gets absorbed by intestinal mucosal cells. So the correct answer to this question is option number 4. Let's discuss our next question.